There are places in the world where mountains meet hot springs, where cities keep medieval walls, and where daily life hums with old traditions and landscapes that seem from another time. On this journey, you'll discover a country that will surprise you with its deep history, its amazing nature, and its lively spots. As we go, you'll see how each place tries to stick in your memory, whether it's for its culture, its buildings, or its local tastes. Get your imagination ready, because we're about to start a trip that will grab you from the very first minute. Welcome to Bulgaria. We're starting this trip with a city that's proud to be one of the oldest in Europe. Plovdiv has been lived in since the 6th century BC, and you can really see that long history on every street. The old town has Renaissance houses that look like works of art, and a Roman theatre that's super well preserved. It's one of the few in the world that still hosts outdoor concerts. A ticket to the theatre usually costs about €5. People visiting Plovdiv often stop in Kapana, a creative neighborhood full of art galleries, cafes, and colorful murals where old craft traditions mix with new modern ideas. Walking through this city maze is one of the best ways to really feel the city's culture. Here's something cool. Plovdiv was named a European Capital of Culture in 2019. This title didn't just help fix up its old buildings, but it also made it one of the most important art centers in Southeast Europe. Visiting the Ethnographic Museum, which costs €3, helps you understand what life was like here in past centuries. And if you love amazing views, Nebettepe Hill gives you one of the most famous sights of the Maritsa River Valley. Finishing your visit by trying a freshly baked banitsa is pretty much a tradition for anyone who comes to the city. Let's move on to our next stop on the Black Sea coast. Varna, often called the country's sea capital, mixes old history, big beaches, and a chill vibe that makes it a top spot for summer fun. Back in the 5th century BC, there was already a Greek town here, and many years later, an amazing discovery was made: the Varna necropolis, where the oldest worked gold in the world was found, over 6,000 years old. One of the main sites is the Dormition of the Theotokos Cathedral, a city landmark that you can visit for free. Inside, it's decorated with bright paintings and has a serious feel that really impresses visitors. Very close by is the Varna Archaeological Museum, where tickets cost about €6, and it shows off amazing items, including that ancient gold that surprised historians. The Sea Garden, a huge park by the sea, has paths, sculptures, and viewpoints that have become a key spot for both tourists and locals. In the warm months, Varna's beaches are full of life, with calm waters and cafes right on the sand. If you're looking for something a bit different, the Dolphinarium puts on shows, and tickets are around €15. People who visit Varna often try a cold tarator, a traditional yogurt and cucumber soup that's just right for the coastal weather. And if you want a more unusual experience, close to the city is the natural wonder called the Stone Forest, a group of rock formations that look like giant columns coming out of the ground. In third place is Burgas, a coastal city that grew from a small settlement in the 15th century to become one of the main ports on the Black Sea. Its calm atmosphere, wide beaches, and access to natural lakes full of biodiversity keep it among the country's favorite destinations. Downtown Burgas is easy to explore, with the Cathedral of St. Cyril and Methodius standing out, and its entrance is free. Its bright stained glass windows create an atmosphere that invites contemplation. Also, the city's archaeological museum, with an entrance fee of €4, houses Thracian pieces that show the deep history of the region. One of the most striking attractions is Lake Atanasovsko, famous for its pink waters due to special microorganisms and for being a spot for watching migratory birds. The area is also known for its therapeutic mud, used for decades as a natural treatment that attracts tourists from all over Europe. Very close by, the Sea Garden offers trails, modern sculptures, and sea viewpoints, making it a perfect route for a sunset walk. The Burgas Pier, with its platform that goes out into the water, is one of the most photographed places in the city. In summer, the city beaches are full of activities and music, keeping a very different vibe from other Bulgarian regions. For a local flavor, many travelers try skumria, a roasted mackerel common in coastal cuisine. Now we're heading to one of the oldest cities on the Black Sea, founded by Greek settlers in the 7th century BC. Sozopol stands out with its old town of narrow streets, dark wooden houses, and an atmosphere that feels like an open-air museum. Here, the mix of history and the sea creates a perfect setting for travelers looking for a slower pace. The Archaeological Museum of Sozopol, with a €4 entrance fee, displays relics ranging from Greek pottery to medieval artifacts. Some items come from ancient shipwrecks, as the city was an important trading hub in ancient times. Near the museum is the Church of Saints Cyril and Methodius, which is free to enter, where you can find a silence that's a nice change from the busy beaches. The peninsula where Sozopol sits offers natural viewpoints perfect for watching the sea. In summer, Central and Harmonite beaches come alive, while St. Anastasia Island, which you can get to by boat, has become famous for its old monastery and its unique history involving pirates and exiles. One event that makes Sozopol special is the Apollonia Arts Festival, one of the most important in the country. During this time, the city fills with music, theater, and art shows. At the end of the day, many travelers enjoy a fresh fish dish with rakia, the traditional Bulgarian drink often found at family celebrations. We're now heading into the final stretch with the country's capital, a city that mixes Roman Empire ruins, Soviet-era buildings, and Orthodox churches that stand out in the city. Sofia has been around for over 2,000 years, and its layers of history keep showing up every time something new is built. The city's biggest symbol is the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, which costs €5 to enter. Its inside, decorated with marble and gold, brings in thousands of travelers every year. Very close by is the St. Sofia Church, which is free to enter, one of the oldest in the country, and gave the city its name. Underneath the building are remains of ancient burial grounds that you can visit. The National History Museum, located in an old government palace, costs €6 to enter and shows off Thracian treasures, medieval crowns, and items that tell the story of the country's growth. For those looking for a more modern experience, Vitosha Boulevard has shops, cafes, and direct views of Mount Vitosha, a mountain you can visit even in winter for skiing. One of the most striking things about Sofia is its network of mineral waters, used since Roman times. Many public fountains still offer natural hot water, which is pretty rare in big European capitals. Walking through the Largo complex lets you see huge buildings that remind you of the city's more recent past. Trying a banitsa with yogurt is almost a must before you leave the capital. We've reached the end of this journey, but each place still invites you to discover more wide beaches, ancient cities, old temples, and a culture that mixes being friendly with old traditions. If any of these spots made you curious, your trip has already started, even if you're still watching your screen. Tell me which of these places surprised you the most and which one you'd add to your next travel plans. If you want to keep exploring other countries around the world, we have many more trips ready for you. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next adventures. See you at the next destination.